Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and the unboxing of the Untamed Spirit Animal Oracle, which I'm going to get the plastic off because the glare, and it's a nice matte box inside, so that will be easier. And also the sun's come out, so we've actually got a chance of seeing the cards a lot clearer. So what have we got here? How does this open? Oh, is it hold on. Yeah, oh, okay, it's a two-part box that comes out that way. It's like a drawer. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so edited by Francesca Mattioni, illustrations by Rocco Lombardi. Untamed Spirit Animal Oracle, 50 cards and a guidebook. What's it say on the back? Should we read it? Discover the sacred wisdom of animals. From our earliest beginnings, animals have been a significant part of our lives. They help us, inspire us, sometimes scare us, but also protect us. In this dynamic oracle set, you will find 50 animals that are considered sacred in various cultures around the globe. Through symbolism and folklore, the cards present the ancestral wisdom of animals and show how each can guide and awaken our own untamed spirit. Each animal is created with a scratchboard technique. Okay. The artist begins with a black surface, and as he scratches through, each animal emerges and comes to life. Wow. This oracle presents keywords for each animal along with their elemental nature, so we may engage with the animals and embrace their nature as we search for understanding and connection and with our own wild wisdom. Okay, so we've got a little cutout there in the box. When was this produced? (2022), first edition, Red Wheel Books. We've got quite a few pages here. 112, the final pages about the artist and the editor. Poet, historian, researcher in England, studying the witch trials. Oh, the magic of bodies and medical folklore in modern times. Okay, so what's the book comprise of? An introduction, how to use the oracle, and then straight into each one. How to use the oracle, keep a diary, sacred animals, yep, straight in. So we have a scientific name for the animal, their class, their order, geography, where they're found, and their spiritual power there. And then we've got one page of text. So that's the animal speaking, and then that's a further delve into it. Okay, shall we look at the cards? That's what we're here for. Oh, it's a box within a box. Okay, so we've got a tuck box within the box. Okay. So on the cards themselves, there's a couple of keywords. So I will just play some music and show the cards, I think, because there's going to be self-explanatory, and then I'll pull a card and we'll see what the book says. Okay, so let's zoom in. So as you can see, the backs look like a peacock, you know, the feathers of a peacock. The size of the cards are bigger than a Rider-Waite-Smith, both ways. They are very, very shiny and very, very slippy. And it's the same image on the tuck box. So obviously they're all black and white images, there's no colour on these cards at all. So let's draw a card and see what the book says. I'll shuffle off camera actually. Okay, so some of these decks you find they go in alphabetical order, not so this one, and there is an index here so you can find out where the card is in the index in the book, so that's useful. Okay, let's draw a card and see an example of the guidebook. Okay, so it's just an example to see. Oh, got a very strong one. Tiger, willpower and passion. So what does the white book say? Find tiger. Like I say, they are not in order, so you're going to have to... There you go, 107. It's not too difficult, was it? 107. Oh, there we go. Scientific name, Panthera tigris. Class Mammalia, so it's a mammal. Order carnivore, so it's a meat eater. Geography Asia. Spiritual power, willpower and passion, which is what's written on the card there. And it says, I do not... Oh, it's fire. Oh, that's interesting. Have they all got... They've all got an elemental correspondence, look. Wow, okay, didn't realise that. Okay, so this one is fire. We've got air, water, earth. So that's how they're categorised in the book then. They're categorised in conjunction with their element. And Tiger says, I do not fear the darkness, thick vegetation, the call of adventures or unfamiliar beings. My whole body is focused and full of fire. From my head to my tail, my willpower urges me on. Alone, untamable, uncontested, I am on the hunt. Reminds me a bit of Jungle Book. The tiger is the solitary queen of Asian jungles and forests, known for its ferocity and its nocturnal hunting skills. In some other cultures, it is almost a celestial being, a powerful demon. Unpredictability, passion, and adventure are some of the characteristics that define the tiger, according to Chinese horoscopes. Unlike other felines, it is a good swimmer and therefore can move around well in various elements, finding balance. The tiger is a great symbol of hunting. It teaches when to move, when to wait, when to act without reservation, and how to mimic the colours of vegetation. It suggests intensity, an awareness of one's potential, and self-fulfillment. Having the tiger as a guide means learning to balance the light and dark, just like the stripes on its body. To discipline aggression and an errant nature in order to pursue success with determination. Now then, the other animal deck that I've been working with is one I did an unboxing of a few videos ago. I will link it below if you want to see the walkthrough, but I'm just going to share with you how I used it. Okay. So the deck I'm talking about is a Sacred Web Tarot, and I worked along with that in December alongside one of the Lion Hearts challenges of Instagram. It was an old challenge that I found after a bit of research, and it was called the Animal Guides Challenge. If I can, I'll link it below, but what I will do is I'll put the prompts, I'll list the prompts down below. And, you know, obviously it's to work with an animal deck. And as I said, I worked with the Sacred Web Tarot. This is an example of one of the cards. So as you can see, it's quite minimalistic in its art style. And it's also black and white. And it was concerned about the web, so how we're all interrelated. And I thought that was a nice concept. But what I did find was a lot of the cards had a very, very similar message, if you like. And I mean, that was going to be obvious because it was all about the web, like I say. So everything related back to that idea of, you know, what affects one person affects everybody. But I found that a little bit limiting. But anyway, that's just a tiny bit of a review of that deck, Sacred Web Tarot. So the Lion Hearts Challenge, I did it in December, and I used my trusty This Will Be Your Year bargain book from the works, as I do with all my challenges, and this was the December one. And I just wrote a little bit about the energy of each of the animals. So my first animal guide was strength, was the lion, and so it's about courage, helps understand the heart's true nature, shed assumptions, practice self-reflection, be present with fear but still move forward, be true, empathetic and kind. And the crystal aligned with that was lapis lazuli. So I did that for every day for all the prompts. Like I say, I will put the prompts below. And I found it a really nice way of working with animal energy. So what I thought is I might actually do that again, using this Untamed Spirit Animal Oracle, and see how I get along with that. But yeah, so if that's something you're interested in doing, then yeah, so this is quite it's turned out to be quite useful. It's got a month, one of these month ahead spread, so I can actually put in the cards I've drawn. I got the same card there, so it was interesting. And then yeah, sort of writing a little bit about each one as I, you know, and what that animal's there to teach. And it was really interesting because you have 4 guides that you work with throughout the month. So yeah, that's a really, really interesting exercise that I did, and one that I do recommend. So I will put the prompts below, as I say, and I think I'm going to do it again using this deck. So that's my plan. I don't know how you use your decks or connect to your decks or work with your decks, but I find that doing a challenge or finding a challenge that is comparable with the deck that you're using is a nice way of actually connecting to it. So that's my recommendation, if you like. And you'll find plenty of challenges on Instagram. You know, you get current ones for the current month, but you also get ones that are specific, so you can actually tailor them to the deck that you're using. I can't remember if it was meant, yeah, it was just meant for an animal deck, so it didn't actually specify whether that was a tarot deck or an oracle deck, as far as I recall. But yeah, that was the way I used this is a tarot deck. So it's going to be interesting to use it with an oracle deck instead of a tarot deck, and see how I get along with that. But anyway, that's my little walkthrough and first look at the Untamed Spirit Animal Oracle and how I'm going to use it. I love this image, isn't it gorgeous? Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and until the next time.